What's up guys, I welcome you in this video. Today I want to share with you a very simple trading strategy. This strategy can be used for both scalping and day trading. It doesn't matter the platform that you are using because the indicator which will be using this strategy is found in every platform. So even if you're using MetaTrader, you can still be able to use this strategy because the indicator is built in on every trading platform. So without any waste of time, let us get started. You can see on my screen I have these yellow crosses, which is the indicator is the parabolic SAR. Let me just show you the settings. So it uses the default setting. You can see the parameters, they're just default. The started is 0.02, the incremented is 0.02 as well, and then the max value it is 0.2. So it is just the default setting, nothing special, nothing fancy. So what you need to know is that these crosses or these dots, they appear whenever the market changes direction. As you can clearly observe that when it is moving up, the crosses or these dots, they appear below the candlesticks, and when the market is moving down, they appear above the candlesticks, meaning they signal that okay, now the market is moving in a downtrend and now the market is moving in an uptrend. So they actually there to assist you in terms of momentum, on which side is the momentum shifting or on which side is the momentum strong. So I hope that is making sense. And then how can you utilize this strategy, or how can you take advantage of this indicator? So if you can see here, we've just few observable waves, and if you can see on this wave, some of these waves, they don't actually have structures. I'm just gonna start with this wave at the beginning here. If you can see this wave, it doesn't have a structure. Usually when you see waves, you'll see wave made of minor waves as well. So you can see waves forming a flag or some kind of a pattern, but here we don't have a very a clear structure. We just have a series of red candles flowing all the way down. And then in these cases, it's hard for you as a trader to find a good entry opportunity because there isn't any breakout that you'll be waiting for, or there isn't any breakout that you'll be observing. So in these cases, it is very important to note that okay, this indicator is gonna show you that okay, now the market is shifting from the sellers into the buyers. As you can see here that okay, after these candles, now we receive these dots below the candlesticks, meaning the parabolic SAR is now indicating that hey, the market is now shifting towards the buyers. So what you should usually do is that you should at least wait for maybe 3 candles, meaning it will be just 3 dots or 3 crosses, and then that's when you have to execute your trade. For an example here, it will be this candle and then this candle and then the next candle, and then after that, that's where you're gonna execute your trade. Why? Because you have to avoid scenarios like this where you just where the parabolic SAR will just appear like this. For an example, with just only a single dot. So you should avoid such temptations, but you should wait for at least 3 of these dots to appear, and then you will know that okay, now the market is moving in that direction that you anticipate. Same thing applies after this upward wave finished. This indicator can also guide you in terms of where to exit your trade. For an example, let's say you've entered or you've executed your trade all the way there, and obviously position your stop loss are just right below that low. Let me indicate with a horizontal line right below that low there. Maybe let's say that's where you position your stop loss, and then it's gonna tell you when to exactly exit your trade, because you'll then have to observe the next appearance of a parabolic SAR that is appearing on the opposite side, meaning on the upward side. Here we can see that there we have it, a parabolic SAR appearing on the opposite side, meaning it now tells you that it is over with the buyers, and then the sellers might be kicking in. And then once you see that, that's where you have to cut your losses, meaning you're gonna close your losses somewhere around this huge candle here, or after it closes maybe in this area which is indicated with my white drawings. I hope this is making sense. Even on the next chance here, or on the next opportunity, you do the exact thing. If you don't identify a clear pattern, it is the parabolic SAR that's gonna come into aid and say, hey, look, the market is now moving upward, or the market is now controlled by the buyers. And then it's easy for you to say, okay, let me make a very quick entry. And then once you see that changing, or that parabolic SAR indicating the opposite thing, then you know that okay, I have to close my profit and then shift my position into the other side. I hope this is making sense, but the main point of this is that make sure that you firstly observe the price action in the corrective wave that you are analyzing, or in the corrective wave that you are looking for to execute your trade. Observe the price action there. If you don't observe some kind of a breakout, then the parabolic SAR is gonna aid you. But if you observe a breakout, for an example, like here we have a very, very minor channel which is made up of only just these 4 touches with this minor channel, and we have a breakout here, but it's really hard to say let me enter here. It's so hard because there isn't any confirmation or there isn't any backup in that decision. So then the parabolic SAR will act as some kind of confirmation. So if you don't see a pattern, it will act as a trigger. But if you see a pattern, then it will act as some kind of a confirmation that, hey, something wrong is happening. Let me change my mind, or let me close my trade or open on the flip side. So even here we can see you can try to connect the lows, but they are not yet there. It's very, very hard for you to see when to sell or when to close that buying trade. You might find yourself closing it late all the way in this area if you only rely on the breakout. But if you rely on the parabolic SAR as well, you can find yourself closing it all the way up there. I know it's not that a huge difference, but every pip counts. Now I hope this is making sense. So I'm just gonna keep it short, guys, and leave it here. Thank you for watching.